God bless everyone. Okay. It is November 12th, 2025. I'm happy to be here with all you guys. Hello, West Side. But don't you really stay on the East Side? The East Coast, at least?
Good morning. You're up and at 'em.
Every day.
Yeah, good for you. I'd like to walk a little more, but sometimes I guess I walk around the house doing jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
I like the purple on you.
Oh, thank you.
It's
Thank you. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. You know, this material's nice and soft. I like soft stuff.
Yeah. Yesterday was really cold.
Yeah,
It was.
like what I'm wearing is I don't like to get too sweaty, but at the same time I like to be warm. So it's weird.
No, I mean I perfectly understand it.
Yeah,
It's not
but
weird.
you're good. You're good. You better keep moving and keep warm.
Yeah. I'm doing a live video, so
Yeah, I know you connect with a lot of people because I see you talking.
for online for now. We're talking about God.
That's awesome. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Take care.
See ya. Hello, Ghost Samurai. It's a nickname, but I do live on the west side of my town. Yeah, I get it. And God, He's always with us. You know? One of my neighbors that I'm pretty sure goes to church. Nonetheless, we're going to, it has nothing to do whether you're in a church and outside of a church. Doesn't even matter what you really believe in or if you follow a religion. And I want to say this, I'm going to have to say this like a couple times throughout the next couple lives. For the mods, and you guys can let them know, we are only blocking people that are negatively spamming the chat. Maybe if they're also just spamming at all. Okay? Because I'll just say it once that when you keep blocking all these people, then the reach doesn't go out, and then other people don't come in. And again, this is my live. It's probably one of the best lives that are going on. It is. Just make it loud and clear. So, not because I'm the best or anything like that, just because of what's going on. It's never really about me. But I'm going to have to reinsituate this a couple times because this has happened recently. And I understand where some of the mods are coming from, protect me. But what happens is when the views don't come out, then the other good people are not coming in either. Okay? So it's a nickname, but I do live on the west side of my town. Yeah. Yeah. God lives on all sides of my town. Well, I actually been doing lives for years, Sean P. And I never even had mods. Never. and I even did music live. And I more so want to protect a community, but yeah, all I don't want is negative spam, you know. So, and just spam in general, it's just too much. And what happens is, you know, I understand the mods want to protect me, but I never had any mods. I never really asked for anyone to be a mod. All the mods asked me to be a mod. Okay? And I obviously can't catch everything because when I get into God's presence, I'm not always reading the comments, and it's too much to keep shifting focus, especially when my body's dying. Okay? Well, thank you, Sean P. Yeah, I appreciate that. I think you've been in here before, if I remember. Makes me look like a walrus. Well, if this makes me look like a walrus, it's one of the best things because I have the most ladies loving me now than I ever did my entire life. Basically, they just come and tell me. And I understand what you're saying too. But this is not for the ladies. This is not to attract them in any way. Hello, Rick. Yeah. This live is spiritual, the best spirituality you're gonna get, especially for free. Okay? And it's just everything. Because we include all of life, nothing outside of it. There is nothing outside of it. Some people might see it as entertainment. I'm not strict in any way, except maybe for myself. But I attack things from all angles. Okay? So I'm not attacking it just spiritually. There's physical. There's food. Okay? There's techniques. And there's just worldly events. Okay? Which is all spiritual itself. But we're not going at it from a one-track mind. Yeah. Usually lazy people do that. I'm the most non-laziest person you've ever seen. Yeah. I used to love grilled cheeses. That used to be like my favorite food, to be honest. Without the tomato soup. Look, I used to go crazy when I knew someone was going to make me a grilled cheese. And especially when I was back in school, I used to really like their grilled cheeses. And when they would say, when grilled cheese day was coming up on the menu, I would love it. Jesus went on top of the mountain to pray, and he spent the night in prayer to God. Yeah. Praying, it seems subtle. Amen to that. But we can all pray. And prayers work if you put all your energy into it. Be completely doubtless. Okay? We have to do it with all our will. Yeah. You actually have to believe in what you're praying. Amen to that. Can I not be a mod? Nah, just my channel is not even like super big anyway. It's big in retrospective, but there's not like comments, hundreds of comments flying through here. I personally don't think I've ever asked anyone to be a mod. Hello, Hamilton Steves. What would happen if everyone is looking in one direction? I mean, I don't know. TSY. Yeah. That person would just go into the other direction. And maybe he'll change. One person can change the whole world. Even one thought you have, it can reverb to the whole entire world. So thus it could change it. Even if you don't even take action, one positive thought it goes outside of you. Your thoughts actually don't happen inside. They come from the outside. And thus they're already here. And one of the main points of my channel is you are not your thoughts. And all thoughts can be changed. Yeah. That's an interesting question. But one person taking action, even one thought you're having, can actually change the world. If you're doubting, then it might not work. Yeah. Anything you do, you have to do it with full faith and full commitment. Yeah. But go to my brothers and sisters. Yeah, God is the Father. Thank you, Lennon88. It is quite the stash. It's probably going to get some beard oil, some Al Salvador, or whatever that artist's name is. Hamilton Steves. Keeps calling me the furry. Hello, 3R door. God bless you forever and ever eternally. Thank you. All you guys too. Thank you, D-Man. Nice to see you here. Journey with Carrie. We do have the ancient course to know God. It's $3.50 if you want it. It's the best thing because it stills your mind. And then you can feel God. There's a handful of Mars critters. Yeah. Yeah. No, we went over this before you got in here, D-Man. Yeah. Where can I find the devil? Just by thinking about him. Yeah. The only thing that's ever present is whatever you think about. Yeah. Something happening randomly to you, which not really random at all, but to something happen random, you'd wait forever. But you actually have to have an idea for the devil to even exist. Okay? You basically have to have fear. going to the Great Valley. Amen, train wreck. It's funny. Jesus is God Almighty. And to all the mods, we're only blocking spam. Negative spam. Freeway, so we start off by saving life. Hello, Stone. Belief is the enemy of knowing. That's very clever and true. That people are personally. Hello, Mama OG. Yeah. I love the man bun. I personally like to have two. Yeah, it's kind of. I didn't get to do any of my stuff today. Just my body's messed up. And my appearance doesn't really matter to me. Just as long as I'm active and on duty. So, yeah. I just prefer two of them. But I also prefer my hair up. Yeah. Whatever you want to debate me over. Yeah, Jesus Christ did change the world. I'll change your whole world. Thank you, Blair Witch. Thank you, that's funny. That's actually super funny. Many other people have influenced the whole world too. Yeah. Jesus Christ did it in, a very magnificent way. And so do other people. They've just done it in other ways. I agree with you. Someone thought out a caveman? Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Doesn't matter if he cursed my hairline. I'm still one of the happiest people you're going to meet. And I probably have the most composure in the world. Simply because I'm unbiased. And I'm just calm all the time. It's one in a lifetime meeting and greeting. Yeah, everyone can hear your thought. Be careful what you think. Yeah. Most people can't control their thoughts. So that's what we're trying to do. Dolly, yeah. Dolly. The Dolly. Silver Dolly. Thank you, Albert. God bless you. Don't say you're going to donate if you're not going to actually donate, Chera. I know who you are. What's pretty and not, Lord? We just went over this before you came in here. A bunch of women actually think I'm the most beautiful. Not to other people, but the most beautiful I've ever been. And simply, I'm not trying. So, yeah, that's just your objective in your head. Hello, Lucas. Hello, Honky Digital again. The devil usually wears a hat. There must be both dark and light. Yeah. Most people that they don't know that they're actually sending off dark energy. So that's called being unaware. Yeah. Most people speak blasphemy. Yeah. Most people don't even know what they're actually doing. I'm here to manage thoughts and actions. God bless you, Jeremy Schmidt. Do you sweep the yard with that mustache? That's honestly like one of the funniest things. I'm here for a kiss. The steampunk mustache is what got me. How's it going? Pretty good. Thank you, Adam. Had a little binge of your video last night. Oh, no, that's fine, Mama OG. Like, I got snow right there. My videos, just so everyone knows, one, my body was messed up. Two, I have videos up till next December already pre-scheduled. So the videos that you're seeing now, majority of them, if not almost all, or like 6 months ago. They're from a while ago. Yeah. And I almost release a video every day. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it, Mama OG. The mustache has handlebars. Quack, quack. Yeah. There's a reason why I grow out all my hair. There are many reasons under that. But the main one I'm not revealing right now. So there's only I don't hide nothing. I'll usually tell you everything. But there's just simply a few things that I want to reveal at a later time. Yeah, quack, quack. Okay, CBZ. Hello, Dark Soul Warrior. Yeah, I mean, I get called like a sorcerer, you know, a couple times a week now. One of the guys that are in the chat, his name is like Old Wizard. Thank you, Dark Soul Warrior. Yeah. I'm one of the most unbiased people in the world. I try to keep the chat as free as possible. And next year we're going to be traveling the world, just doing the same thing we're doing on here. Live in person. God has brought me back from the dead. What do you mean you're hot all the time, the Blair Witch? I'm hot all the time. Joy in the Lord, yeah. What people don't understand is the joy is right here. Everything happens inside of you. The happiness, the love, it's all right here. And when people get too caught up in their ideas and there's too much movement, especially in the mind, then basically you don't know what you're doing and you lose track of the feeling that you actually are. you were just the feel of life. And the only thing that matters is how you're feeling on the inside. You're stationary, borderline. We all feel life the same. It's the only thing you're trying to feel. It's the greatest thing to ever feel. You can only feel life. Okay? There is nothing outside of life. How's it going? There is only living, and you can feel all of this. Okay? It's living through you. There is nothing outside of this. And to be living and feel this is the most profound thing. Okay? Nothing can feel better than this. It's positivity. It's happiness. It's the source of everything. Yeah. Hello, Cody Wallace. You're a lesbian, Stone? A lesbian? I thought you were a guy. There's many forms of beauty, yeah. If you know the enemy. That's true, why not? Yeah. I know myself. I feel happiness. And I'm not afraid of anybody. Yeah. The only way someone could actually hurt you is by hurting your mind. And it's actually your mind. So you are actually hurting yourself. Yeah, people can hit you physically. I've been hit physically. Okay? And I've even fell myself. But just because, let's say someone comes up and punches me, doesn't mean I'm mad at them. Only you can make yourself mad at them. Theoretically, I could punch them back or contain them, restrain them. But I don't have to do it out of anger. Most people can't have this type of composure. Okay? Regardless, we can talk more about that in a second. Just because someone punched me doesn't change me feeling my existence, my love, and happiness. As soon as you deviate, derive from love and happiness, then you lose. Most of the world has lost control. God bless you all. Most of the world doesn't even know what control is. They don't even know you can control your mind. You can actually stop it at will. Okay? So, again, as soon as you're not feeling love and happiness, well, then you're going against the Lord. Simply, you're going to feel resistance. You're not going to like how you feel. Anybody that's angry, sad, grief, sorrow, you don't like how you feel. I witnessed this. I've experienced this. I understand this ultimately. So evil people just don't know. Most of the world just doesn't know. Okay? It's just that simple. I've been in like a couple fights just over like the last 10 years. I've had people try to fight me, basically. And when I got in the fight, just to let you guys know, I was laughing. I was smiling. Just like this. Okay? None of those fights even came into being. Like, actually fighting. And they're the ones that basically started it. So. A lot of laughs. Yeah. Simply don't care what you think. Yeah, if you know yourself but not the enemy, every victory is gained. You are the only enemy towards your own thoughts. Yeah. There is nothing outside of you. You only think in your own thoughts. There is something outside of you. Only the narrative in your head, you talking to you can go against yourself. Hey. Yeah, you were succumb. Did you change your picture? Why not? Yeah. He's on a live stream. Yeah. Yeah, the supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. You're dropping some top knowledge. Why not? The 007. And because, yeah, as soon as you want to battle with somebody, as soon as they want to get a rise out of you and you feed into it, as with anything, you lose. Because you get angry. Okay? You start not to love anymore. As soon as you argue with your significant other, you lost. You don't feel good anymore. I was born from blasphemy. Everyone in the world talks jibber jabber, lots of laugh. I probably talk the least. That was funny. Thank you, Mama OG. The world is better with all of us in it. You guys are all fulfilling your lives. It's all this very special moment. God thanks you all. Okay? You all have very specific purposes. And most importantly, the reason why we're here, we're all here to help each other. We are all in this together. Okay? And God is always here helping us. There are angels here always assisting us. Yeah. So the only time we have negativity, that's a cool photo. The only time we have negativity is when we create it through our mind. All life is positive. So everything is already positive in nature. Okay. You can only view it through the mind as negative. But it's really not. It's an illusion. As soon as you view it as negative, then you're going to feel bad from it. And you go against your own self. There really is only your own self. You know how there's like a lifeline on a heart monitor? We all are the same life. We just look different. This is the trick. It's too cold to do videos. My batteries can't handle the Canadian winter winds. Wow. That's like a really lot of I don't know, slithers in that word. Yeah. I mean, I think the other day I did lose connection while I was going live. It could have just been the internet. Power line could have hit. But it was really cold. So I didn't even think about like, oh yeah, it could be too cold to go live. Hello, McDubo. If you live in the moment, you're a month behind Mr. Fizz. It's always there. Really, if you want to know why people have a lot of thoughts, but more so negative thoughts, they come from past deeds. So it could have been when you're in a different form, and it could have just been this past life. So people that have negative thoughts a lot, simply they've done a lot of bad deeds, and they weren't aware of the energy they were feeling. Thus, they were giving out negative energy. All thoughts are from the past. They're past impressions you've made. My father. I'll run to the dark for comfort sometimes. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you mean, the Blair Witch, but a lot of people actually do that. Yeah. They're finding their calling here. It's why we talk. Yeah, that's true. Good sorcerer, though. Yeah, every time you speak and write words, you are casting some type of magic. It's why they say God started with a word. And even your thoughts. You're creating energy, and it's either positive baseline or negative. You can't really be anywhere else. Yeah. You either feel good or you don't. I'm going to scroll to the top of the comments. Look up to how Fizz. You're a living fire, Blair Witch. That's nice. That's nice. What a wonderful world, Stephen. Yes, that's a great way of looking at it. You were brought to a gambling addiction website. That's actually funny. One of my friends were gambling at the Three Rivers Casino. It's a Pittsburgh casino. It's one of the main ones. But I guess like he basically stopped going there actually and checked himself out for a long time. Because I guess he was gambling too much, so. That's true, McDubo. I'm scrolling to the top of the comments. Ask your question, Mystery. I was backed up in the comments. Thank you to Anon, California. I do speak for the trees. In fact, I speak for all the world and all of life. Hello, J. West Bay. Jesus was God's 3Ds. Yeah, yeah. The trees have no tongues. Sure. Yeah. I do speak for the trees. Hello, Jennifer. Yesterday was way colder outside. Yesterday was probably like 20 degrees Fahrenheit. But this is way easy to handle. Yeah, this ain't nothing compared to what I dealt with yesterday. Hello, Beyonce. Crazy. Thank you for that. We all need to be more thankful. Okay. Why do trees shave their beard? Because they get cold. Hello again. Sin is breaking. Yeah. We can feel sin inside of us because we'll feel bad when we do it. But if we're not aware of when we do it, then you don't know. Okay. Which is the worst type of sin. Okay, because you have to be aware of how you're feeling and the energy that you're giving off. So. Hello, Willow, Zypher. Hello, DN. I'm about to head out for a bit. Thank you, Mama OG. I'm glad that the government jobs switched your life. Spell is spelling. That is true, McDubo. Yeah. You don't know what I mean because you don't talk to me too much, Blair Witch. Well, if you're talking to me, you can always email me or comment. All right. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, animals can't control. Yeah. God is in animals. And most people act like animals. Yeah, most people are uncontrollable animals. You speak for the trees, but do you speak through the trees? How's it going? Trees have knowledge and wisdom. Yeah. Yeah. D- Jay West is always dropping some knowledge. Yeah, trees can take you into the past because they've been here. Yeah. The night is ablaze and so am I. Yeah, yesterday was really cold, Stone. Like, even especially because I was next to the water, I basically stay in a valley and there's like little streams all around me. So as soon as I leave and go from my house, it decreases another 10 degrees. So yeah, I mean, it was cold yesterday. I'm not from England, ours. I guess I kind of look like it. Bloody mate. I will be going there next year. The night is ablaze and so am I. Can you say anything about self-acceptance? I mean, you got to be aware of what you're thinking and aware of what makes you feel bad. So anytime you feel not okay and bad, you have to look at your thoughts and then simply change them to a positive thought. When we're seeing it negatively or talking bad to ourselves, it's false talking. It's an illusion. Simply because we feel bad from it and don't like it. But if you're not aware of how you're feeling, then you can never really get out of it. So this is an interesting thing. Angry people, they're just randomly getting out of anger. Yeah. People that are always in sorrow, grief, they don't know how to get out because they're simply stuck in it. They're telling themselves, "Hey, I have grief. Hey, I'm angry." You're the one making yourself angry. How can someone outside of you make you angry? It's actually your thought that's making you angry. Self-acceptance should always feel good. Evil lives here along with all the temptations. Yeah. I completely agree with you, Willow Zeifer. And the thing is, we can wash away our sins and all our past karmas, even all our problems, right here in this very moment. This would be finding God and coming into the living presence. How's it going? Yeah. So this is what it means to surrender. This is a way to go about it, surrender to God. But as soon as we stop thinking, we start burning sins. We start burning karma. Because then there's no more problems. And then we're stepping into the light. We're stepping into pure joy. When you stop thinking, the trick is you are coming into God's living presence. Yeah. The whole thing to know God is to actually feel Him. because you could feel him right now. It's the only thing that's real. Okay. That's the basis of my whole channel, Willow. Can you give a few life lessons which you have learned till now in your life? Yeah, we usually go over multiple times a day, different ones. That's a great question. Hello, Chris Perry. One is simply, you're in control of everything. Yeah. All of your thoughts, the way you react to the world. Yeah. For instance, I only got angry, you could say, a handful of times. And the last time I got angry, I don't necessarily remember what it feels like, but I remember the exact situation. Okay? And I'll give you some bonus material. All your emotions, because all the stuff happening in your life, it's pre-planned. It's already supposed to happen. Especially if you're unaware. All your emotions are, you could say, when you were in past lives or when you were in a different form. That's why your emotions speak of your past lives, which it's not really a past life. You were the same life. You always have to be, but you can appear in different forms. So all the forms you see are just the same life. But the last time I was angry, which I'll never be angry again, because I don't want to feel that. I'm simply in control. Okay. You create the anger. You create everything. All your problems, all your personality, all your ego. So, when the last time I got angry, like 11 years ago, 12 years ago now, I was angry for like maybe a week, but I realized, I don't want to feel this anymore. So I realized I had the anger, and I didn't like the feeling of it. I just released it. I let it go. Instantly I was happy. Instantly there was no more anger. Okay, so I haven't felt anger since that very day. One of my childhood friends still didn't pay me back and had most of my money, $1,000 to a couple $1,000. So, yeah. I wasn't even, he was also like ignoring me. Yeah. I didn't hate him. I never really hated anybody. But of course I wanted my money back. And he was like my best friend. So, God bless you all. I've had the breeze. Knowledge you can't get in college. Yeah, you can't teach a spiritual awakening. It comes to you through ignorance, but it's always here. And some people are just going to remain ignorant. So anybody that is having a true spiritual awakening and to get enlightened and find God is the best thing in the world. Okay, it's the reason why we're here. And yeah, you have to seek to find. But the thing is just some people are so stuck in their mind they don't know anything else. Hey, boss. I'm doing pretty good. It's a lot warmer than yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
I can deal. This is fine.
This is fine with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound Australian, Fizz. Yeah. Need a nice cup of tea. Pour me some bloody tea. Hello from Boston. Hello, the lower centers. Yeah, Stone. That's true. Once I'm gone, the galaxy will slowly grow colder. That's interesting. Stop listening to our thoughts and start following our intuition. Yeah, 100% agree. I'm going to scroll to the top of the comments. Okay, Crazy K, hello from Pennsylvania. And shout out to Texas. Yeehaw. And I might actually be moving down south temporarily. Probably not Texas. But I'm going to be going around the world giving the techniques and doing live events. So play Halo campaign. I do look like a samurai, that's for sure. No doubt about it. Like, it's funny I look like it, to be honest. How many stamps are in your passport? 0. Yeah. Ignorance is bliss to some. It is. It is. Definitely is. Yeah, I completely agree with you, Zillow. You obviously are on the right path, and you at least know what you're talking about. Oh, you're a Pennsylvanian too, Willow. Nice, nice. Did I used to meditate with the shower running on live? There was one time we were on live, and at the end of it, I did take a cold shower. Yeah, but that live, because I didn't plan on doing that. My privates actually got showed on the live, so we had the private that video. Yeah. It's like hailing. How many languages are you fluent in, Jay? I studied French actually for 3 years, which is funny because one of my best friends are from France. But and I do know people from all over the world. But I don't really remember any of it, unfortunately. And in fact, I for some reason I know like a little bit of Spanish. So I only know a little bit of the Mexicana. And there's Mexicans popping up all around me. It's like basically your new neighbor. I grew up next to my best friend was Vietnam. Their family was straight from Vietnam. But it's like I didn't know the words she was speaking, but I could understand when she talked in Vietnamese. Yeah. But I haven't really been around that in a while. So, just English, basically. Pennsylvania is where stationary vampires come from. I guess they filmed like a lot of scary movies here. Yeah, there's so much knowledge in the world. It's just ridiculous. Hello, Jody girl. Nice to see you. You're always welcome in my deep dark forest. Well, thank you, the Blair Witch. Thank you. Well, if you want to feel God, there's just basically every individual can be prescribed certain something, as in a doing or activity, but I attack it from all angles. Okay. But the course that I have, the one to pay money for, is the ancient course to know God. And it's a stilling of the mind. And if you're interested, you can email me. And it's $350. Okay. That's going to be, my website's about to come out. My friend's just been sick. And I'm actually going to have free techniques on there too. Still from the same science. But they're going to be like smaller courses. They're just very simple techniques. Yeah. So that's the reason why I have these specifically, which come from a Himalayan master, where I got them, is that because they actually work. I only do stuff and tell you to do stuff that you actually feel. Because all my life, in just all of life in general, if you don't feel it, then to me it doesn't work. Okay? It's just that simple. Yeah. If someone tells me to eat fruit for a week and I feel like absolute shit, doesn't work. I want to feel it immediately. Okay? At least to feel something immediately. Yeah. The course is something that it's just an ancient technique that's been around and it works. And yeah, if you do it enough, you'll eventually feel God. And then that would lead you to other things. Even a dark world craves a splash of sun. Clack, clack. What are you referring to as your privates? I mean, yeah. The stick. I'm referring to the stick. Okay, yeah, then it wasn't me. That's why I said that's not me. Oi, oi, Trey, gone, baguette. Well, I don't know when I've been awake. Like, all my life, just now that I'm just here, I don't really have past, like, talking in my head. So anytime I look into my past, I'm simply just aware of being in the moment. There's nothing really going on. Because I died basically in the last 9 years, it's been just an ongoing process my whole life. Same with everybody's life. Okay? But I would say, probably when I was sitting outside of my body after the vegan diet. So the last 9 years I couldn't eat food. I was sitting outside of my body. And that's when I knew I wasn't the body, like, in the mind anymore. And then from there, multiple other experiences came about. But that's basically, yeah. I would say for 9 years, 10 years at this point. But now I'm firmly, like, here. I know who, I'm still not healed from this vegan diet. But it was part of the process. And now I know God all the time. Like, now I know life. This is all you need to know. And it's more so to feel it. To feel it is to know. That's a great question. But most of my life I've always been positive. Again, I've never hated anybody. I don't even make fun of people. And I've always been this Libra scale nice. Because I am a Libra. But it seems like I've came over my life to come to a lot of like this, but I always followed my intuition, even when I was younger. It's not that I was aware of it. And this is just same with everybody in the universe. You do what feels the best, what makes you feel the best. I didn't know about intuition when I was younger, but I always did what made me feel the best. I wasn't aware of God, had no clue about him. I had no clue really about anything. And I just did what, it was usually like exercise. And I just kept doing exercise and other things I wanted to do. And when you do what makes you feel the best, you could even say what you love, you naturally get into the state of being. You naturally feel your best. Whether you even know about God. Yeah. But when you're younger, you don't have awareness. Now I have complete awareness. Okay. So, great question. If you drive through Centralia, PA, and there's a girl hitchhiking. Hello, Samuel Levin. Yeah. I'll show you you can change your profile picture. Yeah. Well, the river looks awesome. I'll show you a little. It almost looks better on camera. Mm. Nice. I'm surrounded by all of this, basically. Hello, Corny Browns. Yeah, everything is knowledge. That is true. Texas, red. No, I've never really had experience with antidepressants. Yeah. You see, it's colder by the water by like 10 more degrees. 10 less. Yeah, I can't tell you like directly not to do them or not. I've never been depressed. Yeah. But obviously there's medications around that, and people do get depressed. I would try to work. You could have a nutritional deficiency. That's sometimes the cause. And see, that's what I mean. I'm not just talking. There are other ways I attack life from the ancient course that I have, Kriya. I'm also talking from a food aspect, a lifestyle aspect. A lot of people that talk spirituality, first of all, they get biased, and then they some people, such as non-dualist, non-duality, they're just talking. Yeah. So it could be a benefit. It does awake a lot of people, but it's the laziest route to go and not fathomable for everybody. But I personally would see like what's wrong in your life. Any negative idea, you can change it to a positive idea, and see what's going on in your life and why you don't like something or what's going on, and then change it to what you do like. Change your thoughts to what you do want to feel and think. Because you just don't like your thoughts usually, and you don't like something in your life. So that it's what you don't like is actually telling you, hey, there's something you'd rather do. I teach everything I know to anybody. Well, Willow, I mean, it's just most of my stuff is for free. I do stand with you on that, but to me, money simply doesn't matter. As in, doesn't matter if I charge money for everything. Money is only an issue when you put it in your head. So I get what you're saying with that, but everyone charges money in the world. My conclusion is, if you don't want to pay for something, simply don't pay for it. It doesn't matter who, what, and when. Everybody's bought things in their life before, if you use money. So there's no reason you can't pay for another thing that's probably the best thing in your life. Yeah. Also, I'll tell you something just from my own experience, Willow. I've gained many free things before. People simply won't practice it. They won't do anything with what you give them. When people actually pay money, then they actually do the practice / techniques. Ahoy, Captain. Yeah. So I don't see it as paying money for something. Yeah. To me, money doesn't exist. So, yeah. But times I think, I'm just going to give everything for free, and I do have everything in for free in a way. Yeah. So, love not the feel. Thank you, Snake Sage. God can heal us. I'm scrolling to the top of the comments, which not far. His girlfriend OnlyFans is Frugo. Where do I grocery shop? Well, wherever I have the money to go to. Yeah. Yeah, I sometimes go to Aldi's, but I always have to go to different specific places because a lot of time the stores don't have what I want, or yeah. I'm from India. God bless you. I'll be in India too. Money's just whatever idea you put to it. It's not really good or bad. Yeah. And I see it from both angles. But where do I grocery shop? There's a co-op, usually in most states. So sometimes I go to the co-op. It's a United States store, usually the best store. And I sometimes go to Aldi's. Sometimes go to a store called like Giant Eagle or Shop and Save. Sometimes I go to a farm. Yeah. Because they have the raw milk and the raw dairy there. And I'm a big fan of the raw dairy. If I charge courses for $1, people still wouldn't pay for it. Our minds and our beliefs are what create our world, yeah. Yeah, you have to take action. If simply you follow God, my screen's wet. Hold on. If you take righteous action and follow your intuition, you're simply gonna live a happy life. God's gonna give you money, and whatever you really like to do is gonna bring you money. Maybe what you do is you go live in a cave in Arizona, New Mexico, and you don't really even need money, but you're still loving what you do. And so, oh, thank you, follower of Christ. No, I was a vegan from 19 to 21, and it destroyed my body to where it shut it down, and it messed up my system to where I couldn't eat food or drink anything for the last 9 or 10 years. So basically I sat with death for the 9, 10 years. And this is how I found God. You just said that? Yeah. So Costco, Ken is gone. I've never even did Costco. Yeah. Simply, you need a membership to do that. And you basically almost need a family or like a community because you're always buying in bulk. I'm gonna be moving, Arma. I stay near Pittsburgh. Aldi's is great. Yeah, it's just like sometimes there are fruits and like, I like that there's limited choices, but sometimes their fruits and vegetables are just, they're not good. So, they're not ripe. Why won't you be allowed to the Holy Land, Stone? Well, I have the course. I have the paid course. You can always email me for that. It it works 100%. That's why I distribute it. And just as there's a way to build a house, there's actually a science to know God. Okay. It's the real deal. Well, the meaning of life is just to feel it right now. The whole reason we're here is to simply still your mind, and then you feel all of life. You are actually just the feel of life. It's beyond your, it's not the thoughts, it's not the body and the pain. Okay, it's not an emotion, it's no emotions. Life and everything you see has a fundamental feel to it beyond what it looks like in its shape and form. So I have a free course. Being here with me is very beneficial. It's one of the best things. Yeah. Because I'm rooted in this stillness. I am happy. It's all around us. Okay. But it helps when there's another human being. You feel so invisible sometimes. Well, a lot of people are going to think about that because it comes from a thought. If you trace it back to it, the Blair Witch, and I've thought about that, had that thought too. Most of us have. In a sense, it is a cold world, but in another way, it's a very heartwarming world. So we're coming back to this, and you can always reach out to me, Blair Witch. Yeah. Yeah. Again, most of my stuff is for free. What's up, boss? Yeah. My website is just not up yet, so. And I have a whole boatload of stuff online. Yeah. I mean, Willow, that is true. Like, I know what you're speaking of about people not having money. And I may not know those people specifically. And I have gave stuff that is worth money for free again. We listened before Christ. We did not know how it affects us. Yeah, I mean, silly nursery rhymes, yeah. Music can be very hypnotizing. Anybody who speaks, especially if they're speaking from like a lot of ego-ness, anybody who speaks, it's very luring. Yeah. I'm just saying so you have money for the complex. Well, YouTube's trying to show you something. Ken is gone. I thanks the follower of Christ. God bless you. I really feel that in my heart. Yeah. Yeah, God keeps bringing you here. I'm only for God, the light. Really, I just want everybody to be joyful forever, to feel God's love. Even if you don't believe in God, you don't need a religion. I still want you to live your best life. So you can see me as your best friend or simply a guide. What's 9 plus 10? Hello, Maurice. I have nightmares being in this place with no one. Yeah. I understand. What's the secret code for a haircut? Yeah, Blair Witch, you're always welcome to email me. We were Instacart comrades. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I used to do Instacart. What's the secret code for your haircut? I just let it grow. Yeah. There's also a reason, multiple reasons, probably I'm balding. People say it. I don't ever think about it. I've actually never even said that. But other people, they obviously say it all the time. I never say it or think it. Yeah. But there is a reasoning I'm not revealing right now of why it happens. It's kind of a secret. Walrick Campanella. That's a really good question. Most people have to seek God, but he can find you. It is true. The reason I even did Instacart, because my body was so messed up I couldn't do anything else. Yeah. So, in the amount of time people put into working, maybe doing Instacart specifically, if you can really go make your own business. I don't, yeah, my body was messed up. Yeah, so I shop at Morrison's. I mean, I've never, like, when I was younger, my stepdad, like, hated me. And he never drove me anywhere. And none of my friends really drove me anywhere. So I've never really been to many places. Okay. I think every place you're at in the world, not far from the city, is very beautiful. Beauty all around, right? I mean, yes, it looks like really beautiful. But like, people, they walk past here all the time. I never see really anyone just standing here and watching. I never really see anyone praying. Yeah, so so I'm glad some of you guys see this. It's so funny because there's so much land in Pennsylvania, and I just haven't even seen most of it. Plus, I've been messed up for 9 years, so going on 10 this month. grocery stores in West PA are crap. Yeah, I felt bad. Like, I mean, there were times where I was like, damn, I have to get these groceries for this person. And it's just like all this fruit is unripe. It's like you can't even get vegetables and fruits. Like, they just don't grow. They just don't grow around here. So when people say about being a vegan and vegetarian, right now in this time and day and age, this stuff doesn't grow around here. Yeah. Like, even when I go to like Aldi's, I was just there the other day. The fruit doesn't even look appetizing. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll to the top of the comments. I know I missed some of you guys. Hello, God sexist, God sexiest. Hello from Nepal. I guess namaste. Nostrum. No shame in the IC game. Yeah. It was one of my... Actually, I just love the balance because I was super tired. I couldn't even do like construction or something. It was perfect like sitting when you're delivering. And then it was like perfect amount of movement. Yeah. So it had a really nice balance, which, yeah, no shame in the game. Our sole mission is to speak of the gospel. Yeah, God bless you, Jody girl. That's what my life has come to. And I'm going to be doing this the rest of my life. Actually, in real life, though, not just online. Yeah. I'll probably be more so present in real life than I will be live online. Yeah, you made killer money for a while. Yeah. I don't want to like keep talking about like the IC. But yeah, when I first joined, it seems like every new year everything completely changes now for the worst. Every industry, every technology, every year it's gotten worse. I've seen it with my own eyes. And Instacart, when I first joined, was perfect. There was nobody really doing it. But then that all changed within the 6 months. Yeah. What if humanity is going completely hairless? Yeah. I mean, we all kind of look like somewhat like this when we let our hair down. Yeah, we're bald from birth. NPCs. A humble man is more than a haughty man. I don't know what you mean, Moonfletch. Yeah, the worst is when you shop for elderly and it's all frozen dinners. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, and at one point I was like, I just God blessed all their food and yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Centralia, PA. Your dog's getting spinal surgery today. Well, Blair Witch, life appreciates you here. You know, you can talk to me. You know, a lot of us, even in the chat, we're here for you. And I'll try to help you to my best ability. That's simply my goal. Yeah. And I appreciate you being here in living your life. I'm sorry about the dog, Willow, Zypher. Thor is a pretty cool name for a dog. And God bless your dog. I've never heard of Centralia. I mean, yeah, some fruit. It depends if you mean like a greenhouse effect. Or, yeah. Yeah, there is fruit. There's definitely some fruit here. But it gets cold, you know? Bread used to get moldy after a week when I was little. Thank you all for being here. The thing is about one of my old girlfriends, they had a bread maker, and I actually like made fresh bread with a bread maker. Listen, real bread, that bread that I used, it got moldy in like 2-3 days. Literally. And another thing is, you don't probably know this, but a lot of even flour you get, first of all, it starts in a grain. And as soon as you mill the seed, it's losing energy. Okay? So a lot of time when you buy flour in the store, even to make bread, even when they make your own bread, there's a chance it's not freshly milled. So that does really affect the bread. Everything invisible and physical is controlled by the invisible and spiritual. Yeah, it's the name of the game. Yeah, it's true wisdom. CUD, man. Thank you, Tanya. Amen to that. Thank you, Courtney Browns. Is live streaming addicting? I never wanted to actually live stream. I used to not live stream through here. My intuition just calls me, and I'd actually be doing stuff in person. I'm just waiting for my body to heal. But it's one of the ways I'm just serving God best right now. Ken is gone. So I actually was going to set something up during the summer, like in life outside of the internet. But my body was just so messed up, and I was just pushing and pushing, and I can help other people, but I don't have my intuition is because I'm so starving and hungry. I just simply don't have the energy. So I never came around with those plans. Yeah. Even though I did like set it up. But then I had to go and like tell everybody about it. So Thor is getting surgery. Yeah, don't worry, Willow. Yeah. As much as like people want to worry, it's when we think things are not going to be okay. The truth is everything's going on. Everything's going to be okay. Okay? No matter what happens, it's simply happening. And everything is God. And everything happens for God. Okay? So it's all positive. So we can all bless Willow's dog. And we can all bless the Blair Witch. Okay? Yeah. I have actual tips for dogs too. Believe it or not. The most delicious fruit is... Yeah, my best friend is a hunter. And she eats squirrel. Okay. So she's a Native American. Did I say? No, I meant to say Native Indian. Sorry. You haven't been saying much, Ghost Samurai. Europeans get sick of our grains. Oh yeah, Jody Grow. When you go to Italy, there's people who can't eat wheat in the US. But once you go to these other countries, such as Italy and Greece, you're able to eat the wheat because it's not modified. For sure. And even my friend in Europe, particularly France, they don't have like all the same ingredients, especially growing up, and all their foods. Their foods are completely different. Eating at McDonald's in France is completely different than eating at McDonald's in America. Also, the organic stuff that you pay extra money for is not guaranteed. Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I'm well aware, like, I don't buy organic everything. Especially from those expensive food stores. Those are crazy amounts of money. If you're if you're broke, you know what I mean? So, like, I don't buy fruit from those expensive stores. Sliced cheese has cancer-causing agents. Yeah, probably. Change your thoughts? change your life. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Jody girl. There's Cole Robinson. But in general, if you look at statistics in the past, there was no such thing as obesity. Yeah, there was no obesity before. Not in America, at least. Yeah. French. I'm trying to get somebody to actually braid my own beard. I've been waiting on it, to be honest. I'll probably get it like French braids. 2 of them. I just don't know how to do it. Never searched. And then someone might, grease this up with the Dali Salvador. So I think that would be a pretty cool look. I mean, someone actually suggested that to me. And again, my friend I was supposed to meet up with, I just haven't met them yet. Thank you, Michael May. Yeah, again, the only way something is negative is simply if we're thinking about it. First of all, we don't like the feeling of negative. 2, we don't like it, so we want to change it. And it's a false belief. That's why we don't like it. As soon as you change your belief about something, whatever the best belief you want, then ultimately all the worry is, negative energy. It's not even about what's happening. It's about you creating the negative energy. I know people worry all the time. I know. I don't worry. Because it's just a negative. You create that. So you got to see everything that happens on Earth. It's just all positive. Doesn't matter what's happening. As soon as you see it negatively, first of all, it's just happening. Okay? But as soon as you think of it a negative perspective, you're automatically going to feel bad. So now you're going to feel bad until you forget about it, or because you're going to come back eventually to it, or you simply change the outlook. So you're going to forever feel negative if you have a negative thought about something. Wow. Quack, quack. Thank you, Jose Garcia. Or Jose. Can of opossum. Are video games bad? No, they're not bad. I would stick away from like horror games though. Anything you watch will be installed in your head. Watching this is bringing you to stillness. It's bringing you to God. It's giving you fun. And it's giving you life. Okay, that's just this. You'll never see me be negative. You'll never see me be angry. Yeah, no problem, the Blair Witch, if you're still in here. It's my duty to ensure everybody's happiness, everybody stillness, and just for them to feel this love. See you, Samuel 11. Hello, baby from the beach. We got 10 more minutes on the clock, basically. So you have me for 10 more minutes. Okay, I see ya. They really used them, Ghost Samurai? Well, you already know Ghost Samurai, so I would watch what you type, especially just anywhere, because you already know this. You don't need to go and try to explain to people. Because obviously something happened. Dot Focus, thank you for the donation. He has a song called Outside. He wants you to check it on all platforms. Yeah. I might actually listen to it again, because he's made a couple donations now, several. And yeah, I usually, even when I remind people all the time. So thank you, Dot Focus. And Dot Focus Outside on any music platform. Yeah. I'm probably going to listen to it again. Great job in expressing your creativity, because that's something we all should do, whether you show it to the world or not, whether you show it to just one person. Okay. And I checked that out on YouTube. I don't know if you have an actual YouTube page, Dot Focus, but you can send me it. It was like on a topic YouTube. McDonald's has living meat. Yeah. Probably does. Looks like a ninja. I love everyone. Yeah. Hello, Kayani. Interesting name. You'll join me reclaim the Holy Land. Come to Islam, the religion of Jesus. Blair Witch, I don't think you're weird. Yeah, I don't think you're weird. God bless you, Mark M. Life's funner with weirdness? Yeah, of course. Life is a song worth singing. Sing it. Turn to Aristotle. That's hilarious. Yeah, Willow Zypher. Yeah, you're right what you said about Christ. Yeah. No matter what this world tries to do us in the kingdom of God. Yeah, I completely agree, Jody girl. Thank you. Get to choose which life you live, heaven or hell. Yeah. Dang voice to text. I never use voice to text, Willow. My hands are cold. God bless everybody in here. Thank you, Willow. I mean, we're from the same Pennsylvania. Okay. I'm glad to have you here. All of my books are going to be free digitally. I will have free courses that work. And you know, most of my videos are for free too, so it's just like a lot of my stuff is for free. But if you want it, instead of searching through it all and spending hours and hours, which is really priceless, I compile things so you can just get it that way too. Let the sun shine, Aquarius. J. West Bay, do you know that there was a zodiac before the current zodiac? And it actually used to follow the moon? Let me know. Oh, I appreciate you stopping by, Sanchez. Yeah. I'm just here out of love for my brothers and sisters. I'm not here for any selfish needs. Yeah. I'm no better than anybody. I don't even consider myself smarter than anybody. Okay? So I thank you all. Yeah. Kind of noisy, but... And I appreciate all the knowledge that you guys spread. You know? Because I get ideas from... I always get ideas from other people. And we all are spreading wisdom. Okay? So, I'm thankful for all of that. I'm actually an Atlantic Northeast guy, madman. Yeah. Hello, peace with a blessing. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody and everything has knowledge. Yeah. So. Rebecca was 3. I love all you guys. Yeah, I know who Murr is. I used to watch Impractical Jokers. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, according to the world, I basically look like a little bit of everything. It's all right. I mean, I'm fine with comedy. Doesn't even matter if someone hates me because that is on them. I don't feel hate inside of me. And I hate nobody. Yeah, I don't hate nobody. I love the love, man. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. People are just afraid to love. People aren't even used to like people actually being nice to them. So your whole environment was crafted for your beneficiary. It was all meant to be a positive for you. So your whole environment, even if you grow up in a hood, it was destined to happen. And again, it was supposed to be, you wanted this. Everything in your life was actually your making. And it was for you to just get closer to God. Yeah. Yeah, I used to watch Impractical Jokers like, I don't even know, like 10 or 11 years ago. Yeah, I think Jay West based something like that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's because the whole thing about the old lunar zodiac was you see the zodiacs when not when the sun's out, when the moon's out. Thank you, peace with a blessing. The mustache isn't stupid. That's just your thought about it. I'm laughing. And you can think and feel however you want. Yeah. Yeah. Because people have said, love the mustache in here. And there's people who hated the mustache in here. Which one do you believe? I simply have no thoughts about it. Let's dot focus. Let's shout him out one more time. Dot focus. Outside is the name of the song on all streaming platforms. He made a donation today. And I'll probably listen to that again, to be honest. Today. Yeah. Oh, hello, Rodrigo. Thank you, Sanchez. I understand what you mean by a breath of fresh air. Yeah. It's just who I am, how I am. Yeah. God has gave me these life experiences. So I'm not just speaking from any book. I've, in a way, self-taught myself life, but God has gave me these life experiences, and basically you could say I've came to Him, or I learned what from life. And it's not just me. We all learn from life, but it's, are we actually overcoming our emotions? Okay? Are we doing what we actually want to do? What we've been called to do? Hello, Mary Clark. It's like reading. That's funny. I'm glad to hear that, Rodrigo. Yeah, I'm glad you've been here. You know, feeling this positivity, this stillness. The seed is being placed inside of you. Hello, Kai Winsner. To return to God, to return to love. Yeah, yeah. God is love, and you have to feel it. Anytime you've ever felt love, that was God. And He's also manifested in all these life forms, in all these shapes. God is everything. Okay? And the fundamental feel, and you can only know this by the pure feel, is love. Hijacked time and gave us. Yeah. I don't know who or what did it, but could have been him. Yeah, yeah. History. Well, Willow, we definitely have to take action. Yeah. And faith is great to have. There's many benefits to the faith and prayer. But when you actually feel God, then you feel Him. Yeah. It's no more a belief at this point. It's a complete 100% faith. Yeah. You could still have, ideas about faith and doubts, sure, but once you stay in this presence, it's very calm. Okay? There's nothing to prove. Sometimes there's even nothing to say. It's kind of funny. It's very, it is life. It's lively. There is only this presence of the moment. Okay? Bro, when are you going the ISCON? I've just been so busy. I've been so busy. I forgot about it, to be honest. I do remember. I do remember you. Yes. I'll tell you this. I'm going to be going to India probably next year. So, probably to the middle of the end of next year. So. Oh, yeah. We're still here dancing. Yeah. Dancing is one of the funnest things to do. Yeah, did you hear that? The pit bird, Jay West Bay? Good morning, Natalie Rose. We're going to be ending this expansion, but you can take the essence of this stream, this live stream, and it's always going to be with you. Okay? The state of you radiates to the whole world. Yeah, the positivity from this and from all of us, you know, it's going to be instilled with you. It's going to take you places, and you're going to do awesome things. But the real home is right inside of you. You're always here. Quack, quack. You can find this love right now. You can find this forever happiness. Because it's the only thing that is known. Everything that's ever happened inside of you. We are all experiencing exactly what we're supposed to be experiencing. That's true, yeah. That's true. And it's like though when you're in the hood and maybe you're in a shootout, you're not gonna have this knowledge. You're gonna be so engrossed in the mind. You're gonna think, oh, this is all of life. You'll never think of like really positivity. And you just won't see other ways out. But that just goes with everybody. Yeah. It's funny. Was gonna say something else, but kind of forgot it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. Hey, Yanni, I know you're probably just like messing around, but I wouldn't say somebody else's Jesus is imaginary and yours is real, because that is going against love. That is going against the actual teaching of Jesus. Yeah, the Crusades were self-defense. Yeah, of course. Well, we have control of our reactions. The only thing we know to the world is how it's just simply what we're calling it. Nothing outside is really going on. Because everything that's going on, you just name it or you describe it. So if you name it negatively, then you're simply going to be stuck in this negativity. And therefore, you're going to be stuck in it for a while. But if you don't name it at all and don't describe anything, you become the awareness. Okay? Or you could describe it in a positive way if you're not completely into the stillness of the mind. getting back to a state of grace. Well, just being in this live, rewatching the live. If you just, one simple way, well, we're about to end this, Natalie Rose. And this has been going on with the whole planet. A lot of people are experiencing some like irritation and hate, especially the last few days. It's just the energy of what's going on. Simply follow your breath. Take it all the way in. Be aware of your idea. If it's negative, then change it to one that makes you feel the best. Be aware of how your body is feeling, the energy. Is it negative or is it positive? Okay. Choose the positivity and get away from the people that you don't want to be around. The chiseled mustache. Hello, Ashley Downward. Thank you about the hair, Benjamin. All right. Yeah. Natalie Rose, I will have a free course that actually works, but my website's not up yet, so yeah. There are many ways to go about this, but that's just a simpler way. Yeah. So, plus we're about to get out of here. Really, again, the most negativity and irritation is because it's just our viewpoint of it. If we don't stand for people's negativity, laugh at it, but make sure you're not around these people. We got to get away from the negative people in our life. We're meant to. Okay. And then C, analyze your thoughts, and it's your point of view that's making it something you don't like. So you don't like it because it makes you feel bad. Then change your viewpoint about it. Get away from that person. Turn the cheek, yeah. In the program, yeah. All right, well. He said he represents the one who sent him. Yeah. Hello, Jamie. James So Lover. Solver. I don't have a mind, Brown Fish G. I and the Father are one. Yeah. I wish I could help you more, Natalie Rose. You're free to email me. Yeah, and we can discuss it there. Even a comment on one of my videos. So I just can't hit it all right now. Thank you, J. West Bay. Thank you, Willow. Thank you, Ashley Downward. The Blair Witch. God bless you. Strawberry Mira. Stone. Natalie Rose. Jay West Bay. Jeremy Schmidt. Rodrigo. MK, if he's still in the back. Mark M. And Mama OG was in here. Thank you. Ken is Gone was in here. Yeah, arguing about religion is missing the point. That's completely true, Mama OG. Thank you for stating that. Peace with a blessing. And Baby from the Beach. Sanchez and anybody else that I forgot the name. I wouldn't call women bro. I mean, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Personally, don't do that. I don't know what made you say that, Rodrigo. You don't talk to anyone the stone? Yeah. I'm going to be getting out of here, though. God bless everyone in here. God loves you all. Yes, this works well for women. Sister. God bless you, Natalie Rose. Anyone's free to email me or comment in any of the videos. I'll respond. See you, Strawberry Mira.